talk to us as a highly valued startup in this environment that's been looking to service finance professionals in particular with your offerings. How have you managed to deal with the rapid uptick in people wanting to be on board? What's the SVB fallout been like?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been honestly one of the craziest weeks of my professional career of everything that's happening, and something sad for the technology industry. We definitely signal our support to SVB and hope they have a successful outcome with the regulators. What happened was, since the fallout, I think a lot of customers moved from wanting to have a relationship with one bank to wanting to have multiple relationships. And I think Brex, as kind of like another company that is startup friendly and knows the startup market, has been one of the, I would say, most common choices for startups wanting to diversify their funds, from keeping maybe some on SVB, some on Brex, and some on some of the big banks as well. So we've been seeing a lot of inflow of deposits and new customers because of that.
Enrique, I asked this to the Pilot CEO yesterday, again, another company servicing largely startups in the space. Do you worry about your own consolidation of the types of people that you're offering your products to?
Yeah, absolutely. So even though Brex started with startups and we're very well known for it back in 2017, we actually serve a variety of industries today. We serve media companies and beer companies, CPG. So we have a pretty diversified industries in our products, and because we're not a bank, right? We're not susceptible, I would say, to bank runs because we're a cash management account. So I'm not super worried about the same problems that the banks are having because we are not a bank. But even though we got a lot of, you go ahead.
Well, no, Enrique, let's talk about what you are. Let's talk about what in particular the Empower platform is, because it's cards, it's expenses management, but it's also travel now. This is a new iteration, a new announcement that you've got. How hard is it to iterate, to bring new offerings to the table when you're also trying to onboard like mad?
Yeah, for sure. So think about us as all spend, right? So we have corporate cards that we started, then we went to expense management, our business account products, so you can make wires, ACH checks, and today we're announcing travel. So now not only are you going to be able to book your travel on different websites, but inside the Brex app, you can book all your travel in a super easy way, and you can have the experience from your entire travel, from booking the trip to swiping through your credit card in restaurants and Ubers that you may need on your business expenses, that you don't need receipts, you don't need memos, everything is automated to you, all the approvals are automated, and you can keep everyone on budget with our live budget system. So a lot of companies we're seeing are trying to control their travel costs, and a lot of them are saying, hey, you should just travel, take 2 stops, on the way to San Francisco, New York, because it's cheaper. We're saying don't do that. Give accountability to your managers to actually choose the trips that they let their teams do and keep everyone on budget.
What are you seeing with your clients in this macro environment? We're thinking of the Fed today. We're thinking of, financial issues in terms of, the conditions are contracting in many ways. Are you seeing that from your client perspective in terms of they trimming their costs?
Absolutely. And I think that's, a net positive for our industry. I think everyone is learning how to do more with less and using even more technology to learn how to do more with less, right? And I think a lot of the AI revolution, for example, that we're seeing with generative AI, we announced an AI product also a few weeks ago that you're going to be able to ask any questions you would want to the finance team and have an AI respond to you. Can I buy this? How do I buy this? Where do I get this approved? How on budget? I'm spending too much on this. These are all questions that would take up the finance team to go and do reports and now can be answered by an AI, right? So I think this part of doing more with less is something that is actually going to be really positive for the technology industry, which was a little bit, bloated over the last few years because of the excess money. And I think it will be super positive. And a lot of our products are helping companies do that, like I mentioned, with our travel products and the live budgets.